back to another episode of Stuttering Silence. Matt, how are you?
I am, as the kids would say, dandy.
Mm.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Good.
good. I'm also live.
Live.
Yeah, live today. We're live. We're not usually live, but today we're live. So how are you doing good? You had a good
Yeah,
week?
I'm doing good. This is I'm actually really excited for this one in particular because when you and I started doing this podcast, we'd have like our sports theories and then our movies, and I think you and I both are like really into like theories and like those cool little what ifs in the
Ah,
world. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I thought this one was pretty cool when you and I both landed on this topic.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that we've known about for a while. So I think it's cool to kind of dive into a little bit. So when did you first hear about it?
Oh man, maybe like a year or two ago.
Really?
Well, just because I saw like those jokes, the memes of the backrooms,
Oh.
and maybe like this guy getting chased by this poster or like, whatever it is. Maybe it wasn't 2 years. Maybe like a year and a half. But for me, it was like this is terrifying. Imagine running around your house
Yeah.
and it's the Limia
Lemius?
Lemius
Lemius?
rooms,
LaCroix?
and they're pretty good.
Mm,
LaCroix's are pretty good.
no, they're not.
You don't think so?
No.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
No,
Yeah.
never, not once. They're actually like the worst.
Well, I would say 10 out of like 10.
Well, yeah, your 10 out of 10 is like a 1 out of 10 on anyone else's scale.
That's not true.
I mean, someone has taste, but you just wouldn't get that.
But I can taste it.
You can taste it, but you don't have taste.
Okay. Anyways, because LaCroix is so good. Yeah, it was one of those things where you see it and you're like, oh, that's terrifying. And then you hear it's called the Backrooms. When did you first hear about this?
Yeah, like high school.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was a while ago, but I remember it was like I heard about it through like a meme. It was like when you get trapped in the back rooms,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I took a deep dive, into um into the lore behind it all. So it's pretty good. I think it's very terrifying because one of my fears as a kid was like getting lost in a store because I felt like the aisles never ended.
Yeah.
But like
Oh, yeah.
like the back rooms have like that spin off where it's like if you get lost in like a grocery store, like the grocery store aisles never end.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that kind of thing freaks me out.
No, I would not like that.
No.
There's even terrifying stories of like of like backroom type situations where it's like, oh, you're at this extravagant house, and the
Yeah.
next thing you know, the hallways never end.
Yeah.
You never reach the bathroom, that person's room or like the living room. Like, oh honey, be down here for dinner, and you're like, okay, whoever, and you
That
walk
stairs
down,
never end.
never end.
That'd be terrifying. Well, like, what do you think your first reaction is if like you what if you're like every time you open a new door and it's just into this identical room?
Mm. 10 out of 10 would not be happy.
Well, there was one where it was like did you see like it was like a found footage video of this guy trying to leave the mall.
And it's just the same one.
It was literally like he kept on. So literally, it says like exit, and he goes down, and it's like a bunch of stairs. And he goes down the stairs, and he goes exit, and it's a sign like an arrow, and he opens the door, and it's just completely just another level of the mall. And he's like, and there's people in it, whatever. So then he's like, all right. So then he sees another door that says exit. So he goes out that door. There's more stairs. He goes down further, and it says exit on the door.
Yeah.
Opens it, another level of the mall. And then he's like, okay, whatever. Goes back up the stairs, and he's like, and the door says exit, and he's like, keeps opening these doors, and he keeps going further down, and he's trying to like take different routes, and it's just different doors into the different level of
So
the
he
mall.
he got stuck
Yeah.
in the back rooms at
Yeah.
a mall.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
How would you feel? You're getting up at night, right? You want some water. Walk out of your door.
Mm-hmm.
You walk down the steps, And then right at the end of the steps is like your bedroom door.
Mm.
You open the door. You walk out. You come down those steps.
Yeah.
Walk to the end of those steps. It's another door.
Yeah, that freaked me out pretty good. I think also too. I think like anything like that, like getting like stuck in that like the repetitive cycle of just just getting stuck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that would be terrifying.
And I like what that like what they've been doing with all the kind of like the backroom stuff where it's like every level that you get to is another monster or bad entity of that floor, that level.
Yeah.
You have to I know like there's like Happy Meg will literally just chase you around, and if you guys get caught, you die.
Yeah.
Or I know there was one where you go down in like all the water. You ever seen that one?
Yeah. Well, it's just like the whole theory or like the whole idea of getting stuck somewhere you can't escape is just pretty terrifying. Like where it's like there was like you ever see those things on TikTok or Twitter or whatever where it's like 15 slides and it's like 1 or 2 sentence horror stories, like horror.
No.
Like it'll be like, "Oh, my girlfriend's my girlfriend's dad is crying at her funeral. But I can't help to crack a smile at the fun me and her will have when I get home." You know what I mean? Like just weird shit.
Oh.
And so there was one where it was like, imagine you're crawling and you're in like a tunnel or like a cave.
Okay.
And you're crawling and then all of a sudden you get really scared because you see or hear something that like doesn't look real, and then you try to crawl. You see a light and you start crawling and crawling and crawling and crawling and crawling, and then but the light's not getting any closer. And you keep hearing this thing behind you and like all around you. You're just crawling and you have no light and you're just going in the dark. All you see is this little light, which you think is the end of the tunnel. And then you're like, "Oh my God, I remember I have a lighter in my pocket." And you crack open the lighter, and because you keep smelling the air, you're like, "I'm getting close." You crack open the light, you turn on the lighter, and it's just this like fucking like mole person with a light with like a little light just breathing in your face the whole time. Go take you deeper into the tunnel.
What if you like saw it comes out to be like the that entity from Smile?
Oh yeah.
Now that I don't know if I'd be as terrified. If it was that massive, then yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I'd probably just start laughing. Like, what do you do in that scenario? You just fight it.
I mean, I guess so. But it is a cool notion where it's like the backroom's life. We're in reality right now,
Yeah.
right? And you're just dealing with it. It's how it is. But then you step into some door, and then you continuously just find your way out. But you're trapped on like level 1 or level 2.
I think it would be more terrifying. I honestly think it would be terrifying to go through that alone, but then to know there's something like in there with you,
No, thank you.
like chasing you,
No, thank you.
like
No, thank you.
yeah, like you
No,
just hear
no.
like a screech.
No,
And then,
thank
like,
you.
imagine this. Imagine you're like in the back rooms, right? And you keep opening doors to go into different rooms, but you keep all of them open. So you can see like kind of like looking into 2 mirrors, like the infinite amount of rooms that you've walked through so far. And then all of a sudden you hear like from all the way down there, you hear like a really loud like you screech or roar, and then all of a sudden every door just starts getting slammed one after another, and it's like the scream is getting closer.
Why do you gotta freak me out like that, bro? No. It's things like that, but it's terrifying. And I know back in like 2019 there was a when they posted about the creepypasta, it was on 4chan. I don't know. Do you have the?
Yeah.
I put the quote, and it was anonymous. It was on 4chan, and they posted it. And then people have been taking this and turning it into video games, turning it into like YouTube shorts, turning it into all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Here, you wanna
Oh yeah, sure.
take a gander?
So here it is. If you're not careful and you no clip out of reality into the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms where it's nothing but stink of old musk carpet and the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, which those are terrifying. You ever been in like an office building? And approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. Because it sure as hell has heard you.
Damn. What if I befriended it though?
I don't think there's any befriending it.
Have you known anyone that's tried?
No.
There you go.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
let's
do it.
so let's take like
What if I was just like shake, 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 and just disappeared?
shake, shake, shake.
That's like a thing, apparently, like if it's like a one in a gazillion but gajillion chance that you can like
Go through a wall.
go through. You can like
Yeah.
your molecules will line up, and then you go through a wall.
I didn't know that.
Crazy, dude. What would you do? What would you? You know what would make things worse though? If you were in the back rooms and you heard someone you know on the other side of every door you opened.
It's a skinwalker.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you're like about to open the. You're like running around. You're like, dude, I can't get out of here. And then you hear me go, Matt, come on. And like you open the door, it's just another room. And then you're like, dude, and then I'm just like, Matt, over here. Open the door, it's just another room. Then like your mom's like, Matt. And you open the door, another room. That would make things worse, I think.
I think it would too, but I feel like at some point, like, people have like an idea of how horror movies are, how these scary situations kind of unfold. So it's like, I feel like if you hear that, you're gonna go, maybe not.
Mm.
Like for me, right?
But what if it was believable? That's kind of like the one thing where it's like it's like imagine this. Imagine you're home and Amanda's like, yo, Matt, can you come help me with this? And you're like, all right, like not right now. And she's like runs up the stairs and she's like pokes her head in your room. She's like, Matt, come on, please. And you're like, all right, cool. You go downstairs and you're helping her with whatever. And then she's like, I'll be right back. Like I'm gonna go in the closet for this. And you're like, and she's like in the closet, right? And she's like, you open the. She's like, Matt, can you help me carry this thing out of the closet? And you're like, what? You walk over, and she's like sitting in the closet. And just as you go to like, but it's kind of like dark. So
Yeah.
as you go to like lean in the closet with her, you hear your phone buzz, and you look at it, and then
It's
it's
Amanda.
Amanda calling you to pick her up from camp. And then as you're looking at your phone, you look back. She's gone. You just hear doors like in the house just start like slamming. Not even like,
Closing.
just like boom, 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 boom. What do you do?
That is my worst fear. No, because like there was a TikTok about something like this. It was like, I don't know if it was true, so I am speculating on that end. But it was like this guy was like his wife or mom or sister or whatever is like, hey Jared, come help me downstairs.
Yeah.
And he goes, she's like away or something like
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, I would be like, bro, I literally like, you can see this. I have actual goosebumps.
Did you see the one where the guy, his own voice called back to him?
What?
His own voice. Like, so he goes, hello? Is anybody there? And then out of like, it's like a dark hallway. And he keeps hearing this like clicking. And he's like, hello? Is anybody there? And then you hear like a 20 seconds pause, like silence, just like, and then you hear from the other end of the hallway in the exact same voice, hello? Is anybody there?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he freaked out.
Oh god.
I'd freak
You
out.
have to find the videos so I can put it up.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh.
kind of like the one I showed you with the thing running up the stairs too.
Oh my gosh. That's another thing too. Like if you're in the back rooms and you're staring at a bunch of stairs and like there's nothing down there,
Yeah.
and then you hear footsteps running at you. Prime example. I got this little cut on my wrist because someone decided to chase after me.
Prime example. I think, or prime opinion right now happening. I think that hearing something gallop after you would be scarier than hearing something run at you.
Really?
Could you imagine this? Like, imagine you hear this.
You mean like a horse running at you?
No, but like just something galloping. Like, imagine you're sitting there, you hear this. Dun, 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 like something running at you, right?
Okay.
But then now I'm going to take that. Imagine you hear. Dun, 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 dun. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, that would be kind of
That'd be
terrifying.
worse.
Yeah. I might have to agree with you on that. I just, that's another thing, like, what I'm scared of is, like, okay, say you're in the back rooms, right? And you've seen the videos of, like, Happy Meg or whatever it is, like, chasing them around. But it's like you hear running.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to look behind. You want to keep running, but you just hear it. Like, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
You open a door. But it's the end of the thing. It's that, that musky smell. And it's like yellow.
Yeah.
It's this like old light. You hear the bzzz of the lights. There's nothing in these office buildings, and yet you feel like you're not alone.
Right.
And then well, maybe I am. But then you hear like a door open up or footsteps. No, thank you. I'm really okay.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. I think
Because I know Roblox, like people could do it in Roblox. You could do the back rooms in Roblox.
they put the backrooms in Fortnite.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's like one of the Unreal Engine 5 game modes or whatever.
What was that like?
It was alright. It wasn't super scary. There's an actual backrooms game that's like much scarier.
Yeah, I know that.
Apparently, I've watched like all these videos in the backrooms, and it just to me, it's like, I think if I'm faced with that amount of like helplessness, I don't know what more you can do. Like I think like I think the scarier thing would be if you had hope. Like if I'm in the woods and there's just a really mad grizzly bear and it's charging at me, and because then I look to my right and then I see its cub just chilling and I didn't notice it, and then it thinks I'm trying to kill its cub, I'm just gonna accept my fate, I think. But
Yeah.
like, if imagine, but like, why do you? But like, you're getting scared when you walk up the stairs and like you turn off the light and you walk up the stairs, and you feel like something's right behind you, like in the
Yeah.
dark. It's because hope is right there, like you're right up to be safe. But then you know what I mean.
I see what you're saying.
But if there's no hope, then it's like, all right, just wait for it to come and kill me.
So let me ask you a question then.
Start rolling around.
Rolling and rolling and rolling, rolling and rolling.
Like imagine you're this monster and you like bust in the room. You're like, "Ah!" And you just see a grown man, like a 6'2", almost 300-pound grown man, grabbing his fucking shins and rolling on his body, listening to the song on his phone that's on 26%. Rolly, rolly, rolly with a dab ranch. I think you just kind of close the door.
Kinda, yeah. Okay, so you get stuck.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, you wake up, right? You're like, I gotta go to work. Open the door.
If I open the door and it's my room again, I'm just laying in bed.
No. I'm saying you open the door. It's not like this yellow, but it's like a what's I can't think of the word now. It's like Lumiere.
You talking about fluorescent?
Yeah, it's not like a fluorescent light, but it's like it has that yellow esque.
Yeah.
Then it's like you hear the bzzz, and then you turn around and you see your room is no longer there. You know, it's just the same thing. You're in the back rooms. What is the first thing you do? You would just lay down.
Yeah.
You want to try to find a way out?
No.
What if there is?
So I'll find it eventually, or I won't.
How do you eat?
I don't know.
How do you drink?
I'd probably just lay down.
What's the plan? There's no plan?
I'd just be laying there,
Okay.
and then I get like, then I'd like go to sleep, and then I'd wake up, and then I'd still be there, and I'd be like, oh shit, forgot, and then I'd probably like find an exit, and if I couldn't after like the fourth door, I'd probably just lay back down.
Good. Next question. You're in the back rooms.
Yeah.
You wake up from your nap.
Yeah.
You're on the third door.
Yeah.
You walk through. It's different.
Yeah.
You see this massive monster.
Okay.
You're like, oh, it didn't see me. So you're trying to parade around it.
Okay. It's
Now
not what I
you-
would do, but sure.
Now you just, what would you do?
I'll just jump on all fours and sprint at it.
What if it does the same thing to you?
I guess it's a game of chicken. What do I look like? Stuck in a never-ending cycle of rooms, and there's a monster. This is the most action I've had like all day.
All right. Okay.
Oh
Well,
no! What am I gonna die?
Okay.
Sorry.
Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
You get to the floor with the level where there's water.
Okay.
It's like a river. You've seen it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You get in the boat.
Okay.
The guy hands them the remote.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
How fast do I have to go to die?
Are you okay?
Fine. Just jokes, bro.
All right.
I don't know. Like none of these like really scare me because it's just like I just not care.
I don't know. I just always thought the back room was kind of like an interesting thing because, like,
It's interesting, but it'd be more interesting if like I was in a group of people. Like if I was in a group of people, I'd have more like care about like okay, we have to find an exit, or like I'd be at least like all right, like we can do this together.
Yeah.
But if I'm alone, dude, like, and I'm looking for this exit, and there's something like in the distance, like, raw, like, dude, I'm just throwing hands. If I win, I win. But like, what if you win? Do do you like get out? Do you think like you win? It's just like a magic door. It goes bing. And you
Maybe.
just walk out.
Maybe actually.
Dude, okay. What if you were like? What if you were like super scared of heights?
Okay.
And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna face my fears, and you get all the way up to this like super high place, whatever it is, and you're like, I'm just gonna look over the edge, and then you look over the edge, and you have that call in the void, like to the void moment,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, what if I just like jumped? But then you actually did. You like jumped off, and right as you hit the ground, you like wake up, and it's like all of us, but we look a little different, and we're like older, and we're like, dude, no way you just, oh, dude, no way. Oh my God, bro. There's no way you completed the simulation on level 15, dude. Or it's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no way. You like we put your fear in there for this or whatever, It's just like,
Oh, and it's like we're playing what's that one game that Geo has? We all played.
yeah, like a VR game. Or
Yeah, like a
something.
VR game.
Yeah.
That no. I mean, we're close to that.
Yeah. Well,
I
Elon
know-
Musk said we're in a simulation.
Well, I think that's why I think the background is such an interesting topic because you hear it's actually more likely that we're in a simulation than we're not. Or whatever, like the statistic was, or whatever it was. And it's interesting because you bring up these topics, and it's like, okay, well, if we're in a simulation,
Yeah.
someone is running the simulation. Someone is constantly fixing, producing.
Would you be a red pill or blue pill guy? Like, okay, what if you had like a Neo and a Neo moment from the Matrix, and you're presented with two options. You can take the blue pill and continue your life the way it is right now, and live until you die, and that's it.
Yeah, I remember.
Knowing none of it's real.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you take the red pill and you get chlamydia. No, you take the red pill and you get put into the real world, but the only way you get put into the real world is if you escape the back rooms.
Mm. I think after that, after having a Neo conversation like that, I would have to choose the back rooms in reality, because I'm not living anything real,
Yeah.
so there's no true point. I think if I had that conversation, if you went, Matt, listen, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything that you're experiencing right now is bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a real world out there, and then it's like, well, you have to have the conversation where it's like, other people did this. If they were in this reality, then now I have to get out of it.
What if, like, it'd be some crazy stuff though. It's like, what if like the whole thing is like the truth is like when you die, you immediately get like ported into another consciousness, like another body, and being born.
Like reincarnation.
And that's why you're like crying as a baby when you're born. is
Oh, yeah,
because
I've seen
like,
that.
You're like terrified because you're like, what the? But then you like forget
and like the tunnel that you see
because we're in a
is like,
simulation, so it's just on a loop. That's why some people look the same as other people, talk the same as other people.
So what's interesting about that is there's so many more people now today than there were ever.
What's weird to me is there's just the most amount of people we've ever had on the planet, but how many people can do impressions of other people like flawlessly? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that seem weird to you?
No, it does.
Like, if we're all completely unique in our like genetic makeup, how can I listen to you talk, then force my vocal cords to make the exact same sounds that you're making?
That might just be due to imitation.
But like that's what I mean is like
because we're unique, we shouldn't be able to mimic the uniqueness.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if we're all in like a version of the back rooms,
Neither would I. And I mean, look at it now, right? We just had the 3 or 4 hottest days known to man,
Yeah.
back to back.
Global temperature was
To back.
7 degrees or something. 68
Yeah.
degrees.
So, I mean, maybe we're in like a parallel situation in the back rooms.
What if the simulation is crumbling? What if we reach the high score and no one's ever reached the high score of the simulation before?
They're
now
trying to
it's
shut
like-
us down.
Now the servers are like slowly shutting down because they've never had to go for this long.
wouldn't have thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What if?
Yeah.
Right. We did reach a level in our reality,
Okay.
quote unquote. Right. So let's say Elon's right. What if?
Yeah.
Maybe they are trying to end it, but realizing that we just keep producing, everything they throw at us, we have become like self-aware,
Okay.
right? With Elon going, we're probably in a simulation.
Yeah.
We're now self-aware that we could be in a simulation. They keep throwing things at us, but we have advanced so far into our into our simulation that we are just adapting and adapting and adapting.
Here's a scary thought. What if one day you're like, you know what? I'm gonna find the secrets to the universe, and you somehow do. You somehow like study and come across these like crazy things and like all these facts and like talk to people that giving you the truth and like you come across all these things and finally, you come across like a tablet, and it says there's a guy that gave it to you, and he says if you want to know the secret to this universe, just watch what's on this video, and then you click it on, and it's a dude that like you kind of remember or like kind of it looks familiar to you, but then he speaks, and it's your voice, and he goes, Matt, hi, it's me, you, from however far in the future that you've gotten us. This video is so you never forget and you don't go crazy, but and you don't go too long within the simulation. But we created this world. If you need a reminder, like we created this planet. None of this is real. It's time to wake up. And then you look outside and nobody on the street, not the birds, nothing's moving. Everything's just frozen. And then you realize you're the only person on the entire planet, and everything else you just made up, or like it's just like a simulation for you that you did to yourself, but you got so sucked into it that you kept living and dying so many times that you just forgot, and then you thought you were part of the planet.
Dude. Holy shit. That's actually kind of fucking scary.
Yeah. Because now you have no idea how to turn it off.
Are you real? Just floating through. Yeah, I don't know.
Or enter creator mode.
That's a scary thought, dude. Because, like, I sit here and I go, you know what? Like, sometimes you have to ask yourself, okay, to be objective, you know? It is the reality that we're in a simulation, we're in the back rooms, whatever it is. Is it a reality? Probably not.
Yeah.
But, excuse me, you have to be objective and go, well, if all the scientists are saying it's likely, what if we are? What if you and I are just ones and zeros?
It's a possibility. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. I got something wrong with my binary, dog.
That was a good episode, too. So if you guys haven't seen that episode, shameless plug on our channel, Gavin going through the story of his life with certain things. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to watch the video because it is pretty cool, and you guys should watch it. Anyways, back to the regular schedule programming with our advertisement of ourselves.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hi, guys. I'm going to be talking to you about Viagra.
Oh, no. They dropped us.
It's because we
Yeah.
couldn't get it up?
Yeah.
Damn.
You were talking about the sign
Oh, God.
for Viagra, yeah.
But is there anything else you want to add
No.
to the
No.
back rooms?
No, I think the back rooms are pretty self-explanatory. You get stuck in a room, and then you're stuck in forever going through
Yeah.
the same rooms.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, guys, check it out. There's a whole bunch of information out there. But we hope you guys enjoyed our rendition of what you think it is, and we will see you guys next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did you just accelerate my?
No.
You know what? Open that door. Open it.
Around the world, around.
Good night,
the
everyone.
world.